Hi everybody, Golden Era Bookworm here. Today I'd like to look at the evolution of the Silver Era Physique, and let's start off with this phenomenal shot of Steve Reeves in his single bicep shot. I mean, he is a bit bulky here, but we can really see why the Silver Era Physique is still idolized today. Look at that V-taper on Reeves, high pecs, great shoulders, great arms, and that damn tiny waist. I mean, he looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, this particular article I came across on the issue of July 1949 of Your Physique on Michael Craver, and it touched on how over time we came up with this, well, not we, but how the evolution of the Silver Era Physique came to be. So let's have a look at what this article said. It's very interesting to see how the evolution occurred. The article mentions how in the sculpture of Greek style, during its golden age, we see that the ideal physique showed prominent abdominal and oblique development with heavy pectoral and shoulder structure, but not much of an emphasis on the back or on arm development, and also less so the legs themselves. And it's very clear when we look at these Greek sculptures here, for example, the Hercules, the Farnese Hercules and David. These sculptures, all of them show those typical features such as the heavy upper body and oblique development, not necessarily very aesthetic, especially because the torsos are so heavy. If now we look at the Bronze Era, with Eugene Sandow being the prime example, we can see that the ideal of his time, we can see that muscularity, for example, really improved, and it really set the standard. And the article mentions here that Sandow's outstanding feature was his great muscular definition, and it's very clear in these photos. I mean, even his legs are more defined. Of course, he was well developed throughout, and there was also a very strong emphasis again on the abdominals, not so much the obliques though, but very much on the abdominals, similar to the Greek ideal style, with the torso being thicker and squarer, again very clear in these shots. And if you were to, I guess, judge also on the legs, you could see that the legs were not heavily developed like they were in the late 40s. If we move further on now to the early 40s to mid 40s, we start seeing bulkier, heavier developments such as Clarence Ross, where we have a very outstanding physique with one of the major changes, and it's very clear in these photos, and that is the flaring lats. The lats had a greater emphasis during this period, and you can see that the development of the lats started giving this V-taper. And this taper from the shoulders down to the waist gave, I guess, a better look of proportion, a more balanced proportion, in contrast to the waist and the hips. And we started drifting away from this square, bulky, muscular look to a more tapered look. However, the thighs and calves were not as well developed. I mean, they were stronger. They were much strongly developed. It's quite clear that Clarence Ross, for example, in this first shot and second shot, has very good calf and thigh development, but not as great as we'll see further on in the Silver Era Physique. So we finally come to the Silver Era Physique, best demonstrated by the physique of Steve Reeves, the absolute immortal. We can see that this new look, which won acclaim from audiences and judges alike, what did it actually showcase? Well, we can see that besides Steve Reeves being much more taller than the average human, he had these graceful and linear proportions. He combined these sleek lines with full round muscularity. Unbelievable. How can you not still idolize these shots today? I mean, yeah, take a photo, put it up on your gym, put it up in your room, and just idolize it, because it should be idolized. I mean, Steve Reeves is still an immortal today. The emphasis was on an extreme spread of the latissimus, a slim waistline, and definitely stronger thigh and calf development. A physique that is still, as I said, idolized and idealized to the degree that it is today. People still look at that. People are still going back to that because this freaky monster look is unnatural. This is, I think, the pinnacle of muscular development in the human being. Amazing. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing the evolution of the physiques all the way from the Greek ideals to the, well, now current Silver Era, which I'm covering. How we go from this blocky muscular look to a more balanced and aesthetic physique, as beautifully showcased here by Steve Reeves in this wonderful shot. Again, flaring lats, wonderful V-tapered, slim waist, sweeping thighs. Fantastic. Steve Reeves had it all, didn't he? He definitely did. Hope you've enjoyed watching this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and leave me your comments. Thank you for watching. This is the Golden Era Bookworm. Bye for now.